So welcome back to the study of atomic mass, etc. So you are studying this atomic mass, which can be defined as atomic mass is equal to mass of an atom of the element divided by 1 by 12 into mass of one atom of C12 isotope. Similarly, molecular mass is defined as mass of one molecule of the substance. Here I am using the word substance because it may be applicable to even an element also. Hydrogen H2 is a molecule, hydrogen atom, H is an atom. So mass of one molecule of the substance. Similarly, other compounds, for example, carbon dioxide, water, etc. So when we take mass of one molecule of the substance divided by 1 by 12 into mass of one atom of an atom of carbon 12 isotope. Carbon 12 isotope. Using this relationship, we can calculate the mass of one atom. Mass of one atom is equal to atomic mass of the element, divided by Avogadro number. Because Avogadro number of particles will have this mass equal to atomic mass. Therefore, divided by Avogadro number, that is 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. Similarly, mass of one molecule is equal to molecular mass of the substance, divided by Avogadro number. It is 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. Suppose you want to calculate the mass of one atom of hydrogen, mass of one atom of oxygen, etc. Atomic mass of the oxygen is 16. Atomic mass of the hydrogen is 1. So 1 by 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 will give rise to mass of one atom of hydrogen. Similarly, mass of one atom of oxygen is equal to 16 divided by 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. To calculate the mass of one molecule, say for example, one molecule of water you want. Molecular mass of water is 18 divided by Avogadro number 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. So this will give rise to the mass of one molecule of the substance. So that is how we can calculate mass of one atom of hydrogen or mass of one molecule of that particular substance. If you want to calculate mass of one atom of hydrogen, we can write the relationship atomic mass divided by Avogadro number 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. Atomic mass of hydrogen is actually 1.008. Approximately we can take it as 1 divided by the 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. It's a very, very small number. Similarly, mass of one molecule of water you want, then it can be calculated as 18, that is molecular mass, divided by 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. That is how we can calculate the mass of one atom of hydrogen or one atom of oxygen or one molecule of hydrogen, etc. Now let us go for the next topic, percentage composition. To define this percentage composition. This can be applied to either an element or a particular molecule or particular substance that is present in one molecule of the compound. So this can be defined as parts by mass of the element. I am defining this percentage composition of an element. Parts by mass of the element present in 100 parts by mass of the compound. 100 parts by mass of the compound. So let us take some examples to write the expressions. So suppose I want the percentage of that particular element. Percentage of an element is equal to, general equation I am writing, mass of the element present in one molecule divided by molecular mass multiplied by 100. This is the expression using which we can calculate the percentage composition of an element. Now let me take simplest example first, H2O. If you take the mass of this one present in one molecule of the water, mass of hydrogen is 2 grams and mass of oxygen is 16 grams. Therefore, percentage of hydrogen is equal to 2 grams out of 18 grams multiplied by 100. If you simplify this one, this is 9 times. So this will be 11.11%. If only 2 elements are present, as in case of this water, the percentage of the other element will be 100 minus this one. Or we can write this as 16 divided by 18 into 100. That is equal to, if you simplify, it will be 88.88. In other words, we can calculate the percentage of oxygen is equal to 100 minus percentage of hydrogen. Percentage of hydrogen is 11.11. Therefore, we can write percentage of oxygen is equal to 100 minus 11.11, that is 88.88. Let me take the other example. Suppose I am having this carbon dioxide. This contains 12 grams of carbon and 32 grams of oxygen. Therefore, percentage of carbon is equal to 12 divided by molecular mass 44 multiplied by 100. Suppose you simplify, this will be 3 times, this will be 11 times. This is 300 divided by 11. If you divide 300 by 11, it will give rise to 2, 22, then 80, that will be 7, 77. So it is 3.2, it is 22, again 8. So 2727, it will be repeated. Therefore, percentage of carbon will be equal to 27.27. Similarly, percentage of oxygen will be equal to 100 minus 27.27. Or we can write 32 grams of oxygen divided by 44 into 100. Either you simplify in this way, or percentage of oxygen is equal to 100 minus 27.27. It is 72.72, like that. So like that we can express the percentages of various elements. Let me take one more example. Glucose, C6H12O6. The molecular mass of glucose, as we have calculated already, it is 180. By taking the sum of the atomic masses of the various elements that are present, we can calculate the molecular mass. Here there are 6 carbon atoms, therefore it is 6 into 12. There are 12 hydrogen atoms, therefore it is 12 into 1 because atomic mass of hydrogen is 1 plus 6 oxygen atoms each having 16 atomic mass. Therefore, it is 72 plus 12 plus 96, that comes out to be 180. So molecular mass of glucose is equal to 180. If you calculate the percentage composition, percentage of carbon is equal to, out of 180 grams there are 72 grams, therefore it is 72 divided by 180 into 100. So if you find out the common factor, 18, 1, 18, 4. So this is 40%. Percentage of carbon is 40. If you take the percentage of hydrogen, hydrogen is 12 grams out of 180, multiply by 100. Again you cancel 1 0. It is 120 divided by 18. It is almost 6.66 you will get. The remaining will be percentage of oxygen. So it is 100 minus 40 plus 6.66. That is equal to 100 minus 46.66. It is 53.33. That is percentage of oxygen. Now let us calculate some more such percentage compositions. Suppose you are given the Morse salt or ferrous sulfate. Then you are asked to calculate the percentage of water present in that one. So calculate the percentage of water present in FeSO4 7H2O. FeSO4 7H2O. So first you calculate the molecular mass of this one. Fe is 56, sulfur 32, oxygen 16, water 18. These are the atomic masses and this is the molecular mass. Therefore in this formula we have got this iron 56 plus sulfur 32 plus 64 for 4 oxygen atoms plus 18 into 7, it is 126. So this comes out to be 278. Therefore, percentage of water is equal to 18 into 7, that is 126, divided by 278 multiplied by 100. So whatever the value that we get, it is the percentage of water present in the given compound. Okay, what is the answer that it is left to you people to calculate? Suppose you are asked to calculate the percentage of a particular part of the compound. Say for example, we are having this ferrous ammonium sulfate, FeSO4, NH4 twice SO4 plus 6H2O. This is named as the Morse salt. Morse salt. You are asked to calculate the percentage of sulfate groups present in this. So calculate the mass of this sulfate group, total molecular mass of the sample or compound, and take the percentage. Molecular mass of this ferrous ammonium sulfate, using these atomic masses etc., we can calculate this as 392. So molecular mass is equal to 392. Mass of this sulfate group, each sulfate group 32 plus 16 4 is 64, 96. There are two such groups. So 96 into 2 SO4 groups. It is 192 out of 392 multiplied by 100. This will give rise to the percentage of sulfate group present in this particular salt, that is called as the Morse salt. It is also named as the ferrous ammonium sulfate. Now, once you calculate the percentage composition of these elements, by knowing the molecular formula, molecular mass, etc., we can calculate the percentage composition of these elements or particular part of the molecule. As in case of this one, we are calculating the parts by mass of the sulfate group. In this case, we are calculating the parts by mass of the water among the total mass, that is 100 grams. So that is one method. Then the second method is using this percentage composition. You can also calculate the next part, that is another topic, that is empirical and molecular formula. So we can go for the calculation of the empirical and molecular formula. Molecular formulae. Singular formula, plural formulae. So let us see what is actually this empirical formula indicating. Empirical formula indicates the simplest ratio of the atoms of the different elements present in one molecule of the compound. So it is empirical formula is defined as simplest formula that indicates the simple whole number ratio of atoms of different elements present in one molecule of the compound. So let us take some examples. First, remember, it is the simplest formula that indicates the simple whole number ratio of atoms of different elements present in one molecule of the compound. Suppose you take this H2O. Let me take these examples. H2O. Here hydrogen and oxygen are present in the ratio 2:1. 2:1. Therefore, this itself is the empirical formula. Empirical formula of water is H2O. Suppose you take this H2O2. Hydrogen and oxygen are present in the ratio 2:2 or 1:1. Therefore, empirical formula for this H2O2, hydrogen peroxide, is HO. Next one, let us take this glucose. To calculate the empirical formula for glucose, the actual formula for the glucose indicates that there is a ratio of the carbon, hydrogen and oxygen 2:1:2. Is actually, in case of the glucose, we have C6H12O6, that is 1:2:1. Therefore, the empirical formula for glucose is CH2O. In case of this acetic acid, CH3COOH, the carbon to hydrogen to oxygen are 2:4:2. Therefore, it is 1:2:1. That is, empirical formula for this acetic acid is also CH2O. It is the simplest formula that indicates the simple whole number ratio of atoms of different elements present in one molecule of the compound. the calculation of the empirical formula and what is molecular formula and how to calculate that molecular formula, that we shall take up in the next video.